Somebody smell like shit. Somebody smell like shit. Wait. Somebody smell like shit. No. Somebody smell like shit.
I fucked up.
Oh, man. What the fuck? Dude, like, come on, be real.
You came to get a drink, man, for boys.
Fucking drink. Who are you, bro? Yo, dog.
You fucking still going on about that?
I need to be top row.
Oi.
Whoa.
Oi.
Let's get that shit down there.
Oi.
No. I can't lie.
It's mad.
You can't be top row from 14.
I don't want him anywhere near me, personally.
What?
Yeah, please, you got.
I'm the only one that collected 3 points.
Nah, man.
Who else can say that? Yeah.
You won the wee relegated Southampton trophy. I hear it, man.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm still a Europa League and I'll take that. But listen, let's not bicker amongst ourselves.
Oh yeah. You need to swap with me because you need to be top and center, and you need to do the intro with Ashhan. Yeah, that's all.
In fact.
Yeah. Sorry, extra.
Man, them.
Welcome back to another. Welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another episode of Big Six Rants. Okay, just checking if it's going to go again. But, obviously, shock defeat, Liverpool losing to Fulham. They beat the Sonic Rings out of us. So, obviously, we've now suffered our second loss in the Premier League. So, yeah, it's dark right now. You know what I'm saying? In other games as well, we've just had the Manchester derby that ended goalless. Arsenal travelled away. They travelled away to Goodison Park against Everton. That game ended 1-1. Chelsea's game against Brentford, another goalless draw. And, of course, Tottenham relegating Southampton back to the Championship after winning 3-1 with the penalty to kind of seal the game off and to alleviate any sort of nerves throughout the game. And, of course...
So do not forget BJ. Yeah? You got a brace.
Word
to Corey blows. Yeah? Let's have some respect on this thing.
You can't be just calling man BJ. That's a fireman thing.
Hey, that's what Corey calls him, isn't it?
I call him blow.
Yeah, that's probably worse.
Yeah. As I said,
you could just include that, innit?
The shout out BJ with the brace. You know what I'm saying? Blow's got his brace. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we smash the like button. There should be at least 300 likes today. Obviously, looks like I'm going to be having to read in front of the class. So obviously, any super chats you guys have will be read by me. And if there's conversation going on, it must stop, as it will have to be read by me, as I'll be reading in front of the class. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 16,400. And yeah, man, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Shout out everyone in the chat as well, by the way. Shout Certified Capo TV, Omo, Hano, Wavy, Naj, Guna Lee, Love United, Hate the Ops, Yusuf's in the house as well, Ed as well, Hannah, and Cali Guna, Kizzy's here, D&DJ, Trevelli, Gunman, Wavy, Naj, and so many more as well, man. So big up everybody.
What's the like, though? What's What's the like?
Said the like, I said 300 likes. 300 likes.
300 likes. Oh, okay. I didn't hear. Sorry.
Yeah, man.
Hey, let's vim. Let's vim about.
Don't
We
say
didn't
like
hear.
that.
Next time, say sorry, I didn't say it loud enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Less than that vim, yeah. Less than
Hey, case. Less base though. Can I only get base from the winners? Because that's how we usually do things, innit?
please.
So
Come on,
Bro, a loser cannot be talking like this.
that's just saying, innit? I'm just saying, like,
not be trying.
that man that Drew get told to lower their voice, innit? So
What we starting with? Oi, Montel.
Oi.
Oi. Enough jibber jabber.
Yeah,
What we
focus.
starting on, buddy?
I think Monster wants to talk. I think we need to give him
Slide on,
something to
buddy.
read. Let's give him something to read, innit? Please.
Yeah. Chat. Yeah.
relax, you guys, relax.
Like he's in a talky mood.
Man, relax, man.
You know what? Let's. I want you to start with Mo Salah. That's where I want you to start. That can be a nice place to start. Mo Salah.
He's letting me down.
Right.
Letting me down.
Mohammed. We started with Mohammed.
Yeah, Mohammed. Yeah, man. Them man,
Mohammed.
Yeah.
Losing the name, fam. Losing the name, bro. What's going on?
I can't lie. I had my
After
hope.
the season like his hand.
Yeah, I had my hopes on him. You know, I thought, yeah, this brother, he's definitely gonna break Henri's record. And you know, since certain man started making certain comparisons, gonna be Casper the Ghost, and now he's not winning the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, that's done.
He's gone hiding even more. So I would like you to start with Mo Salah.
Please.
I think I'm a bit confused on him.
Obviously, like Broski probably had a bit too much to eat before the game, innit? Like, I don't know.
Now,
You know
what about
I'm saying? He might have had that good lunch.
This has been going on a little while. Let's not act like it was just this
You know what
game.
I'm saying? It's been 3-4 games now. It's getting a bit spooky. It's getting a bit spooky. A bit spooky, innit? Obviously, I can't lie. The bottom line is, yeah, when Mo Salah does get isolated and you stop him getting the ball, and he only seems to see the ball every now and then, he's not doing much. I'll be real. And I think as soon as I'll be honest, I don't know how much of the game you lot watched. When Harvey Elliott came on and man had an overlap, he started to play and there was link-up play there. But in that first 60 minutes, was he playing? Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. But as soon as the substitutions were made, you know, because
for me, this guy's meant to be.
It's like, this thing, innit? It's without Trent, it's looking spook. So without Trent, it is. I can't lie, bro. Without Trent,
wait. Salah needs another player to make him look good.
No, he doesn't need a player to make him.
Sound like Martinelli. Sound like Martinelli.
That can't be the Salah I know.
Yeah.
Surely not Mohammed.
Not the Ballon d'Or Salah. Not the Salah I know.
I thought to be the best, you could do it on your own. Fine, I'll do it myself.
He has been doing it a lot on his own. He's been doing it most of the season on his own. You know, he has been. But obviously,
why does it look like you're just limping over the line?
Yeah.
I'm 11 points. It's my second loss all season.
You know, yeah, but the performances haven't been great. You've now lost the game. You know, these games don't even matter. So,
by the way, this loss was always coming. It was always coming. You was always going to get.
You know what I'm saying?
I was always going to get my second loss of the season.
No.
I wouldn't say 11 points is limping, isn't it?
I say your performances for the past few games, like even the Everton game. He wasn't lighting up trees in that game, and like the game before that, who did you guys have?
And Kanate.
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 Right, Virgil van Maguire. Crazy.
Better than my CBs. Better than my CBs.
Yeah, better than my CB.
Not better than my CBs. I'll tell you that. Yeah, we stop until that stops today. That stops today.
Van Dijk's not better than your
No. Kanate.
Oh, I'm not saying Kanate is better than yours. I've not said that. So
no. You have. We're not going to sit here and do all of that.
I haven't said Kanate. I've never said Kanate is better than.
I don't understand why you're talking so much. I'm just talking.
I'm not saying Kamate is better than Saliba or
This is
Gabriel.
feeling like
I'm
a
a vent,
conversation.
innit?
I don't like it. Why are we having a conversation?
Like we're not conversating, bro.
We're not
I'm just
conversating.
talking. You just listen, innit? We're just venting.
Yeah.
I
How
felt,
I
you know
feel.
what? It was a
Yeah.
lot. That was a lot for me. To be honest, that
Yeah.
was a lot for me.
I agree,
at the end
Corey.
of the
I
day,
agree.
I want to be in a safe environment. I
Correct.
want to be in a safe environment, and I don't want to feel threatened. And for me, that felt like a threat. You know what I mean? Like, I personally didn't like that. I don't know about you guys. So obviously, I've just taken it upon myself to remove him because I felt
Hey,
threatened.
Corey,
Because-
man, I'm saying,
sorry about that, lads. If you wanted to
I'm not
speak
telling
to
Monks to read
Yeah.
run the intro again. Is it that? Is it that? Is it that? Let me know. Let me know.
Sorry,
Do you know what,
sorry,
yeah?
sorry.
Oh no, go on. Read to the class and then I'll go. Go on. I don't want to.
No, wait. Hold on a second. One second. I need to. Sorry. I'm about to do this quickly. Sorry, bro. Get that one.
Shout come on for the super chat. He goes, why is Elliot playing over Sobo months? Explain. Bro, I promise you, bro. If I knew why, then I'd be, you get it, bro. Why Sobo's like even starts football matches to my team is something that if I speak in it, I won't be allowed back in Liverpool, fam, innit? So
Hey,
You know what's mad?
question, Montel.
Do you know what's mad?
Question. No, actually, no, go. You go, Ethan, brother. You go, brother.
No, do you know what I was gonna say? Do you know what's mad? Yeah, because obviously someone, I think it was Casey, brought up the point about limping over the line. Yeah,
Yeah.
we all went to school roughly around the same time. We're roughly around the same age. I am reminded, yeah, of a good old tale that we used to get told as kids. Yeah, of the tortoise and the hare. Yeah, remember the tortoise and the hare? Yeah, the hare running bare fast to get to the finish line. Yeah, ahead of the tortoise, killing it. Yeah, joking about, taking the piss, doing backflips, all of that. And the tortoise is just like, I know where I'm going. Yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. Know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I know where the finish line is. Yo, the hare's running back to the tortoise. Yeah, you're gonna meet me. Yeah, I know where I'm going, blood. Get me. That's what I'm reminded of. Say no more. You get me? Keep playing with your food. Yeah. Keep playing with your food. Someone else will eat it, bro. Yeah.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Hurry
I
up.
can't read between the lines. What are you trying to say, Hook?
Hurry up and win the league, bro. Like, it's on a plate for you, bro. And you man are pissing about with it, bro. Why didn't you win today?
I'm just confused as what you meant. Someone else to come and eat my food. What does that mean? I just want to know what that means.
Somebody else will come and eat your food, bro.
Like
You
who?
get it?
Who's gonna come and eat?
Somebody else will come and eat it, bro.
But
I
who?
don't.
Because Nottingham Forest lost. So who?
I don't need to say no names. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to get clips. I hear it.
Look.
Yeah.
Look here. If you walk in the wrong ends with the chains and the chaps on, yeah, bro, it's spooky if the wrong man catch you. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, you man are playing about with your food. Yeah,
I know. G, just clean the eyes for a second. Just
no, I actually have to tell him. I actually just can't tell him.
Yeah, you're playing about with your food. Yeah. Now I just wanna. Do you know what? Yeah.
Right.
Do you know what? Yeah. I've been mad consistent this season, innit? Yeah. And all I've been waiting for, yeah, is for you to play Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton, back to back to back to back. Yeah. You man are already dashing it out the window, bro. Before you even get to that, it's mad, you know. It's mad. If you won today, it could have been 3 wins and the title was done. Yeah. Now I'm not saying that Arsenal going to creep on you, but I'm saying you're allowing it for somebody to creep on you. What? So if we get to the end of the season and you're not doing this, yeah, which you have a 99.9% chance of doing, but if you're not doing this, yeah, you got yourselves to blame. Yeah. So buck up your ideas, because I know where I'm going. You get me?
Who hooks? If Nottingham Forest lost this weekend, so that means mathematically for them it meant nothing. So for you man gained the point. So you must be talking about Arsenal, here, right?
I gained the point. I did gain the point.
So you must be talking about
Everton,
Arsenal.
do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, when I drew to Everton, yeah, I was watching that game and I was like, yeah, the players, their minds are in Madrid. These man, they don't care about the league no more. Their minds is in Madrid. This was their mind.
Why would their mind? That's not gonna do.
Their minds was in Madrid. Do you know what it was?
That's
It's one of them ones here where I'm looking at and I'm like, these man,
they found out that all the Real Madrid are playing or after.
They don't want to get injured. These they're seeing, they just see Gabriel just mad thing, all hamstring off the bone, and they're going, you know what? I really want to play in Madrid. Their minds are not even on the Premier League no more. You might get usurped by someone that's not even fighting for the Premier League. But how embarrassing would that be?
Who?
How embarrassing would that be?
Who?
So, I know you're trying to do. You're trying. Hey! It's not about anyone but Liverpool today. Yeah, or at least until you move on to the other scrubs up north. Yeah. So we need to focus on your thing. Yeah. So why couldn't Slot get this one over the line?
As I said, bro, the whole back
By the way,
line.
Montel, you laughed at me. You laughed.
What do you mean?
I lost to Fulham in the FA Cup.
You beat Fulham. You beat them.
No, the FA Cup. You laughed. I lost them in the FA Cup. You saw Calvin Bassey. You know Bassey was doing this. You remember? Remember, you were laughing. You were running joke. You were running mad joke. Now, now you let Bassey. You let Iwobi and Session Young back. Iwobi and Session Young. Wasn't this Session Young's first Premier League start?
No, it wasn't. It's the second.
He's been playing.
Or his second Premier League start. Brother, that's insane. Iwobi. Like, as much as he's improved.
Iwobi's having a very good season, Corey, and most men haven't won
but what I will say is, brother, that guy can't hit a ball. Let's have it right.
Yeah, bro, not this season. Not this season.
I don't know. Made Muniz look like R9, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you see Muniz, what he done to him?
Yo, crazy.
Yeah, I can't even lie.
Best defender in the world.
Our back line got. Listen, the bottom line is obviously I thought the game. Obviously when McAllister scored his goal, great goal by the way. Yeah,
banger still.
I thought, cool, this game's done. But
you thought wrong.
It's the same thing that's happened for the last 4 or 5 games. Maybe not the Everton game, but whenever we've conceded a goal recent, I think.
Do you think he deserved to score at that moment in time? Until, by the way,
what, when McAllister scored the banger?
Yeah,
it was just like nothing was really happening in the game. There was obviously the Konate mistake, but up until then, it was just like the ball was just in the middle of the park, going like this.
I just felt like
it wasn't against the run of play, but it wasn't like we was dominating either.
No, it kind of just reminded me of FIFA. Like, when you're playing FIFA, you two are like, it's all in the middle. The whole game's just in the midfield. Like everyone just keeps on dropping the ball, and then somehow you get in front of their box and you just lash it, and it goes in, and then somehow you're 1-0 up, and you got
but that's the moment of quality. I don't know what you want me to like. It is the moment of quality. Like my problem isn't that. My problem is we conceded a goal from nothing. Their goal was against the run of play, their first goal. Yeah. And then after that, their heads just dropped. Like I blinked and we was 3-1 down. Like as I said, they beat you can chime in at any time, bro. They beat the Sonic Rings out of us in 25 minutes.
Yep.
It was mad. And what's worse, obviously, Konate started the whole clown show off. Konate and VVD, dumb and dumber today. You know what I'm saying? Konate started off trying to do a stud roll. He tried to do a stud roll in our own box. That's how it started, didn't it? That was the first mistake. We got away with it because they didn't take their chance. As many teams haven't taken their chance. And for me, I'll be honest, we played the same first half as we did against Everton. The difference was Everton had better, and these man had a bit of a better attack with Muniz and had a Iwobi in that. That's just the difference. It was the same half we saw against Everton, but Beto hit the post and was offside.
Yeah. This is why I thought we lose,
This is why I said, like, your past performance, the loss was always going to come.
Yeah, this is what I
No.
predicted you man to lose against
And
Fulham.
then
for
and
that
it didn't
precise
help with
reason.
Robbo, and it didn't help with Robertson giving them the ball.
No, don't
Yeah,
no,
it's
don't
better
blame
than
no, don't
Robbo.
blame Robertson. Don't blame Robertson. Don't blame Robertson. Don't do that. We're not
But
doing
he has a massive part to
Nah,
play.
you got to play. You
Nah,
gotta
we're
play.
not
Yeah,
doing
he gave them the ball on like he played a poor pass across our box, innit? Not across our box, but on the edge of the box.
The team sport. We're not doing it.
Bro, I feel like Jamie Carragher glazes Van Dijk as well. It's a bit
Yeah,
weird.
he does. Therefore does. Yeah, it's weird.
He
Super
glazes
weird.
him too much.
No, but you man.
I
I see
don't
everyone
like
saying like man's calling Van Dijk like Van Disney, and I hear all of that. But we all know he's better than all the centre backs that are in the Premier League, though. Today, though, don't get twisted. Today he was shit. Today he was shit. I'll admit that he got bullied. But come on, we know, bro. It's Van Dijk. Like
Questionable. It's questionable.
He got Dele
better
Alli.
than Van
You know what it
Dijk
is,
in the
G?
Premier League.
You know what it is, G? He's the best, which is why he needs to get flamed. Because I can't lie, you see that he got Dele Alli, bro. The ball fell out.
No.
the air.
I'm not, bro. Of course he can get flamed, bro. Today he was fucking moving like some tight as bramble. Like I don't know what he was on. But what I'm saying is, no one's really better than him anyway. You know what I mean? So
I agree. But I just think,
who's better than Van Dijk?
I said it's questionable, bro. It's questionable. It's questionable.
I just don't think it helps your team right now. So it's like Konate made a mistake, and then he's bringing up like one of the commentators was bringing up, Konate doesn't like the fact that Van Dijk only gets praised and not him. And then he's like, well, based off what you've just done there, you can see why. Me personally, I don't think that helps your team. I'm pretty sure it was it was one of the commentators saying it. I don't know if it was.
I don't know.
Sean
That has nothing to do with our teams, though. Whatever them man say,
it does though. It does, because at the end of the day, like obviously Konate, he's been poor, but he isn't the worst of defenders, isn't it? But like Van Dijk's the only one that gets glazed in your back line.
Because he's the best. You're the best. You always get glazed. You are the best in our back line.
No, but like you've got other players that are maybe not Van Dijk level, but
Konate before his injury was getting glazed all season, bro. Konate was being glazed all season until he got injured. Until Konate got injured, he was being called.
I don't know, innit?
Bro, until he was being injured, he was being called the second best defender in the league. That's what the man. I weren't saying that because I don't think he's better than Gabriel or Saliba.
Wait,
but
nobody was saying that he's the second best defender in the league, bro.
Before he got injured,
I was on a stream with you where you said that he's better than Saliba.
I didn't say he's better than Saliba.
You ranked him above Saliba, bro.
Yeah, this season, because Saliba's not had a good season. Saliba's not been that great this season.
Yeah. I just wanted
before Konate's injury, he was having a better season than Saliba. Why are we acting like Saliba was having a good season? He's not having.
No.
Why are we acting like that's true? At the time, but did I not always say that Saliba's the better player? I've always said Saliba's better than Konate, but Konate was having a better season than Saliba up until Konate got injured. 100%.
Just out of curiosity, what on what metric? Like, what metric has he? What would you judge?
Saliba's not been winning his duels all season.
Yep, I hear that.
So that's the metric, duels.
No,
well, Konate's better than him, but Konate's been better than him in most metrics this season, bro. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, bro. Let's not do that. Let's not do the Saliba revisionism. But my point is that, as I said, don't lie on my name, innit. I've never said that. I've always said that I think Saliba is better overall than Konate. But Konate was having a better season than him up until the injury. That's for sure. But I've always said Konate is overrated. I don't know why man are all acting like I've never said Konate is overrated. I get the most flack for saying that Konate is overrated by my own fan base all the time.
But I think the thing is though, I always say that Konate is overrated, but I don't know why people are acting like I've never said that. No, I think you're right though. I think you with Saliba as well. I think Saliba is a absolutely top class centre back. But yeah, this season, bro, you got players like Milenkovic and that have been better than Saliba. Like, I don't feel like he's been performing at the level that we've seen him perform consistently for 2 seasons. This season, nah. Like, he ain't in them kind of conversation. But that's just on a 1 season basis. Overall, no, of course. Saliba is up there. Like, he's one of the best centre backs in the world.
We have to be very careful with this rhetoric that we're trying to spin, because I need to remind everybody, my defense has conceded the least in the Premier League, and that's a joint combination of the mainstays that have been every single game, Saliba and Gabriel. Yeah. So I just need to remind because man are talking about you get it things
But
that don't
it's
matter.
more so Gabriel though.
No, but you say this, but if you put someone else next to Gabriel, yeah, it don't look as solid, bro. We just have to accept that these men, they come as a dynamic duo, yeah. So what Saliba can't do, Gabriel covers for that, yeah. What Gabriel can't do, Saliba covers for that, yeah. Saliba had a very poor start to the season, but I feel that as the season has gone on, his levels have risen. Hence why Arsenal have, I repeat, conceded the least amount of goals in the league. Yeah, that's the defining metric of defenders and goalkeepers is the amount of goals that you concede. Yep. We have conceded the least. So I was like, you know what? If man wanna say maybe Konate parts of the season been better than Saliba, cool. But then when man start throwing in next random names like Milenkovic, then that's when I gotta be like, whoa, let's slow down a bit, let's relax. Yeah, let's ease off. I know you man just lost today. You don't need to take it out on me. Am I players?
I don't know. I think you're doing too much. I feel honest with the whole Saliba thing. It's not really based on Saliba per se. We're just saying that, as I said, like Konate is overrated in my opinion. I think he's a very good top defender, but he's overrated. He doesn't sit with the big four when it comes to Liverpool's 11 in terms of he's still very good. We keep saying that again before people come for me in it. Pause. But I just feel like he has too many bozo moments for someone who's classed as a top player. That's my thing. If you're going to be in that top player, if you're in that top bracket of defenders, for me, you just can't keep making the amount of mistakes that you're making. And as for Van Dijk, I think back-to-back games, I can't remember the last time I've seen Van Dijk had 2 bad back-to-back games. For me, you know what I'm saying? He usually will have a one-off bad game and then it will kind of revert back to type. I mean, we won't see another bad game for like 10, 15 games. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But today, I just feel like he was getting, but like first, Beto and Muniz have had their way. And that's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? You got to give Konate VVD some flame because at the end of the day, if he doesn't have a good game, then Liverpool are going to concede goals. That's the truth of it, innit? Liverpool are going to concede goals. We concede goals anyway, but we're going to concede more goals if Van Dijk isn't at his best. And since he's come out from the international break, for me, because at least in the cup final against Newcastle, Van Dijk for me was one of the better defenders, one of the better players for us.
Do you know what?
After the final now, since you've come back from the final and that, Van Dijk's kind of just been a bit like lapsadaisical. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Very passive, complacent, and this whole thing of Liverpool having a bad first half and a good second half needs to stop now. It's getting annoying now because we can't just keep having bad. Like it happens all the time. Like we play shit in the first half, then we win in the second half. But then what happens in the first half if you concede too many goals, like we did today? Yeah. What happens when you concede 3 goals?
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, what does happen?
Because it doesn't usually happen because obviously we have Alisson in it. So conceding 3 goals in the first half is very rare.
No, okay, I hear it.
I agree with Kelleher as well. Like, my man was having.
You didn't bail us out too much today.
Yeah, that wasn't the Kelleher. That wasn't the best number 2.
No, the second goal was a deflection, innit? Obviously. And I think the first one was a good finish. But I think the Muniz one, it goes under him.
I think Kelleher gave away a pen against Pereira, but he just wasn't given. That was a penalty.
I think it was a penalty.
Yeah, I think that was a penalty, yeah.
So do I. I actually think it was a penalty as well.
I think that was
and it's at that point I thought you man were going to win the game when Fulham didn't get the
I agree. I thought, after that, Liverpool will go score, and then that's the end of that. Yeah.
No, but for me, that was a WFE thing, innit? That was a WFE thing, innit? World Football Entertainment type Vince McMahon script settings, innit? When they didn't get the penalty. And I was like, okay, cool. This is what's going to happen. But then obviously, you man just couldn't. But you know what, yeah? So you said something interesting. And I asked Cal a question, yeah? And I want to know you two Liverpool fans' opinion on this, yeah? So Van Dijk, watched his team go out of the Champions League lose in the Carabao Cup final, and then get knocked out of the Nations League, yeah, black to black to black, no breaks in between, yeah. Do you think that might have done him a little piece of
mental damage, like
a
mental.
little piece of mental damage? That's 3 in a row, you know. That's a lot of L's to take, you know. Do you think that's
A lot
kind
of
of a
beatings.
piece of, or a lot of beatings? You know what I mean?
A
A
lot
little
of
bit.
licks.
You think he might snap?
I'm not gonna listen. Nah, it's not even that, man. I just think that Liverpool right now, I think that there just needs to be a change up. I think right now, just to see out the season, certain players probably need to come in and play. Others get a rest, maybe. As I said, I would have wanted Endo to play. Curtis Jones at right back again. I personally would have liked to see Sobers like right back. The bottom line is, I think a slot just got it wrong in the first half. As I said, we was fine in the first 10, 15 minutes, and up until we conceded, we was fine. And then the heads have dropped. G, probably agree with me. Against PSG, as soon as the Dembele goal went in, the heads dropped. I mean, up until that goal, we was beating up PSG at Anfield. Do you know what I'm saying? You even go back to the Newcastle game in the final when that Dan Burn header goes in as well. The heads dropped even more. That's not something I really associate with Liverpool. When you concede, you always kind of think, cool, we kind of have a way back into the game. We kind of will find a way to claw it back. Bro, in that first half, as I said, that after we conceded the first goal, Robbo passes it across goal, we concede another. Szoboszlai passes it across goal. Yeah. We didn't concede, but man lasered it at Kelleher and he saved it. He lasered it at Kelleher saves it. Yeah. Another mistake happens, I think, from Van Dijk. We didn't pay. Like he passes it off the pitch. Then another chance happens, and then we concede the third. Like.
But even what Hooks said, that, you know what, like I was just thinking about it, like Hooks mentioned there about the whole Van Dijk. Slightly, it could do. It could do. Like obviously, I don't know these men, so I don't know what they're really thinking, and I can only really go based off of how VVD is in general. But you could be right in terms of the mentality thing. So I won't even say no. But at the same time, I feel like he's one of them type of guys that, you know, Berbatov, Özil, like them type of guys who. They're so lazy in their own demeanor. Like the way that they move on the pitch is just bare. So I wouldn't even know. Like I wouldn't even know if he's actually feeling it right now because he plays like this. So he could. And one, that's why I'm like,
you mean like Trent? It's like Trent, innit? Like Trent has that. It looks like
Trent's got that kind of I'm good, so I'm gonna do what I'm doing type of energy and demeanor about him. So he doesn't really give off that, because I've seen Trent try. Like I've seen Trent proper try, but at times he'll give that kind of energy where I'm the best player on my team when I was in school. So really, just give me the ball and I'll do whatever I need to do. Van Dijk's not like that. He's more like, bro, I'm just super relaxed. Like everything.
He plays at a pace that he's comfortable with.
Yeah. And I'm just like, sometimes it pisses me off.
There are games where it's not that. Yeah, there are the odd games.
Come on, bro. Like it's, and today
like,
was one of those
days. He must have weighted Muniz off the pitch at one point. Yeah, and I was like, bro, why is it taking 45 minutes for you to do that?
Another game where he should have been sent off, but nobody ever sees or ever does VAR for Van Dijk, bro. Man, I agree.
No. There's been times he should have been sent off before. I wouldn't like
it was Charlatan thing, yeah.
This brother.
Wait. I know you're not talking with the amount of. I know you're not talking with the amount of red cards Harry Kane has.
No. I've said with Harry Kane as well. Harry Kane does the same.
Yeah, Harry Kane gets away with murder every day.
We're talking about Van
Dijk. We're not gonna sit here and ignore. We can't sit here and ignore that Van Dijk has been on the favourable end of these card decisions, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Because I agree.
I do hear that, but Casey, you know what it is? I don't really care about all of that, because the amount of times I've seen Fernandinho, and Rodri get away with the murder, and me losing the league.
We can say that about. We can say that about any player. We can say that about any player. I've seen so and so get away with it. I can see so. But
not to the degree that Fernandinho and them man got away.
We're just talking about Van Dijk today, innit? We're just talking about Van Dijk. And for Van Dijk, you know, this is the guy who's touted as the best centre back in the league. And that is probably because what keeps him afloat is he doesn't really miss many games and he doesn't get reds. He's not seen doing many rash fouls. So, you know, he's on the pitch and he's performing. you know. Whereas other defenders sometimes are getting silly reds, you know. I've seen Van Dijk body defenders one-on-one last man get away with it. I've seen him basically try bruck someone's ankle, get away with it. He's on the yellow, he's got away with it. I've seen him elbow man get away with it. Like maybe if one or two of these decisions went the way they're meant to go, things might be a little different. That's all we're saying, isn't it?
He'd still be regarded as the best.
One of the best
on the pitch, bro.
No, he'd still be regarded as the best because there's a significant gap between him and everyone else for the last 8 years.
Games. You miss certain games.
But Casey, that's a lazy argument for me. That's a lazy argument. It is a lazy argument because again, every defender gets away with stupidness, in my opinion. Every defender, obviously, Van Dijk this season has got away with a few more.
How many red cards has Van Dijk had at his time?
I think from what I remember, you got one against Newcastle last season.
What, straight reds or like was that?
Yeah, you got a straight red last season against Newcastle for the tackle on Isak.
I don't even know.
And that's the one. That's the last one I remember.
So you can remember one.
Because he doesn't, bro. Because he doesn't. He doesn't. The elbow thing. The few he's done this season. That's been like this season. It's not really been last season or previous seasons before that. Not really been doing that fuckery. Like
previous seasons, Montel. He's done the ankles, them ankle tackles. He's done them.
Well, you're talking about the one against Mertens in 2018. We're in 2025.
This season.
Montel is not.
He's only received one red card.
But that's my point. You're giving me time span.
One red card.
Yeah, and that was that one that you're talking about against Newcastle.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Sorry.
Lord. So
one red
you
card.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Van Dijk has one red card.
One
Liverpool,
red card.
blood. Yeah.
He hasn't got one in the last year or two, has he? Other than last season, right? He didn't get one other than that.
No.
Yeah, so yeah, he's only got
Casey, you're talking about the ankle tackle. Casey, you're talking about the ankle tackle on Mertens, yeah. Against Napoli in the Champions League. That was for me was actually a bad tackle that didn't actually get looked at the way it should have been.
Yeah, should have. Yeah,
but having to go back to 2018 for a bad tackle.
I didn't. You mentioned that one. I didn't go. I didn't.
But that's no. But do you know why there hasn't been many ankle tackles like that, bro? There hasn't been. I'm talking barring this season. Barring this season, you couldn't name me an ankle tackle, and I'll tell you there hasn't been barely any.
I'm telling you now, Van Dijk should be on. Van Dijk should be on more than one red card. Bottom line, however you want to put it.
That goes with any defender. That probably goes the same for any defender. But what are we doing here?
That's all we're saying. That's fine.
Sorry, two. He's got two. He got two in his whole time at Liverpool.
Two red cards in his whole time at Liverpool.
Yeah, Virgil.
No.
There's no way. There's no way, no shot. He's got two red cards.
I'm pretty sure there's a 10-minute compilation somewhere of all the dodgy stuff that Van Dijk's done.
Yeah, Casey, Casey, how many reds does Gabriel have?
Probably like 3, 4. I don't even know.
No. Someone G, can you just check how many red cards Gabriel has for me?
Hey, ChatGPT is my friend right now, boy.
Yeah, because that brother rash as fuck. But I want to see how many red cards he has. Just want to see something quick. And he's been at Arsenal for a hot sec now, by the way.
Yeah.
To be fair, this is ChatGPT, so it could be wrong. It says 2.
Right.
2.
Okay. He went through a phase when he first joined of being mad aggressive. For like 2.
He's still aggressive now. He's still aggressive now, bro.
Yeah, but it was rash. It was rash.
But you know, it's not.
There's nothing. By the way, I want my centre back to be aggressive, so that's not a bad thing. Before you man start doing the weird.
I'm not talking about aggressive tackles. I'm talking about.
But he's had 21 yellow cards. That's why it seems like.
Yeah. So I'm talking about the dark art stuff that Van Dijk does virtually every single game and gets away with.
I've seen every single game. Give it a rest, man.
I'm always seeing this brother do something mad. I'm always seeing him swing arms. I'm always seeing him push man over. I'm always seeing him
swinging his arm back, Montel. He loves doing that one, and he gets away with it. He loves doing that one.
Well, who was the brother that he shoulder barged man in the face? Got nothing. But then I'm seeing Saliba go try head the ball, hit someone in the head. It's a penalty, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, the PGMO to the referee thing.
I've seen man do the Muay Thai elbow, bro. Man moves like Sagat on the pitch, bro. Why has man not received?
He's moving like Sagat.
Bro, bear, you get me.
Listen, what's your
Tiger
point?
League.
So do you think the PGMO has been favourable to Liverpool in terms of? Do you think?
Bro,
is that
I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. It's like
I'm just asking the question. It's a yes or no question.
It's like I'm trying to drive us, to Manchester, and I'm like, oh, I need a break of driving. So you jump in the whip, and now you're taking me all the way to Devon, bro. What are we doing? We don't need to do that, bro. Like, all we need to talk about.
I've asked you a question. All you have to do is say yes or no.
Bro, you're driving.
Don't try and lead people down. We don't have to answer no questions today.
I just want to ask because you're acting.
Maybe
what you're saying about the
having a
referees.
little discussion.
You're talking about the referees a lot. So
I'm not. I haven't mentioned the referees.
No one's mentioned.
You literally said Van Dijk. What are you talking about? You literally talking about Van Dijk and him getting away with murder. So that obviously that's to the referees. No one else can give Van Dijk a red card.
Bro, he gets away with murder, bro.
So this is what I'm saying. So are you saying? Do you think? So
I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming PGMOL. That's if that's what you want to do.
I ain't blaming them. Then that's it.
I ain't blaming them.
Yeah, but you're trying to build a narrative, bro, and it's dead. You're trying to
build the narrative. You are trying to build the narrative,
and you drove the car.
I just believe Montel Van Dijk has done with a lot of his passive defending. It has led him to have to do rash things that a normal defender usually gets punished for, whereas Van Dijk seems to not get as punished as often. That's our only point.
And to be fair, Casey, as I said, just get your skullduggery up because, as I said, when Fernandinho was doing it 24/7, the king, by the way, the king of the dark arts, Fernandinho, when he was doing it year in year out, tugging someone back and not getting a yellow card for it, bro. The game's the game.
Oh, I know the new Doctor Who is black, but you don't have to jump in the TARDIS, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, bro. I've had to see man get away with bad things. Like, bro, how many times did Rio Ferdinand? Bro, I've seen compilations of Rio Ferdinand clattering man on goal.
There we go.
And I'll see the ref go like this.
That's it.
Might bring up Vinny Jones. Vinny Jones.
That's a different era.
No, bro, Corey, I couldn't give a monkeys. Era or not, they're red cards, bro. In that time, those are still red cards. You're getting clattered in on goal. Because
I've seen.
What do you mean? I'm not sure, Corey. What are you talking about?
I'm not sure.
Bro.
I'm not sure. What I will say is though,
you don't even know. Go back and watch it because you don't even know. Go back and watch it, man.
Ever since Klopp started doing the bitching thing and started crying and moaning, ever since then. It's gotten a bit weird. That's all I'm saying. It's gotten a bit weird since Klopp started crying.
Yeah, it's gotten worse. Yeah, it's gotten worse since Klopp started.
I'm saying it's gotten even worse since a certain ref came out, and used the rainbow card.
Oh yeah. That's, again, but when I say, listen,
that's the rainbow card.
As I said, I feel like we're talking an awful lot about the refs and not exactly what's going on. Like in open, as I said, like if you have a problem with the PGMOL, you have the email, go and email them, go and contact them, or if not, go and win your games and do what you need to do to win something. Do you know what I'm saying?
How dare you talk like this after you just lost the game?
If you have a problem with the PGMOL, you know who to talk to. You don't talk to
No. You BSB man need to rein him in. I didn't realize you was allowed to talk this way when you lost the game.
No, brother. Respectfully, Hooks. I said this when I came in. I don't know why he's chatting. I've already told him, bro.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? You're right.
I've told him he's limped over the line. Yeah, he's limping. His team's limping over the line. Yeah. However he wants to put it, however he wants to sugarcoat it. We've got important stuff. G, you support Liverpool, right? Yeah. So you just bait there with Montel. You man count your games up. You know who you got next. A week to go is where it is, and we've got other things to focus on. Like, brother, it's really that simple for us. We've got bigger fish to fry, and that's literally how it is, bro. Literally. EU too, bro. Bigger fish, bro. Bigger fish.
We do.
The fish it gone fried.
It's like this. Oh fuck, man! I've got another game. Like games are just coming around the corner every week. Like,
I've got a busy schedule. You're baked. You're baked. So that's what you need to focus on now.
I've got so many PJs. I've got PJs to catch to
this
Germany.
one, I got to catch this flight to there.
This is it.
It's all a bit mad. The schedule next week is busy.
I can tell you. I can tell. I can tell that everyone's been waiting for this for time because this is Liverpool's second loss since September.
Waiting for what?
So I can tell everyone's been
wait, brother. We want you to
waiting for time for Liverpool to win games.
I was
G,
we was
G,
hoping
do you
that
mind
you
saying?
was here with us.
G, do you mind saying in the league? Your second loss in the league.
Sorry, you know what? You're right. 100.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, let's not be silly because we all remember PSG and Plymouth.
Yeah,
I hear it. No. I hear it.
Is there any other teams coming up with the letter P?
We remember Newcastle.
Any other team with the letter P coming up? Maybe we need to watch out for the letter P, fam. He's not any team with the letter P. Maybe I'll just fling a little five and then see what it's saying, man. Anyway, but I was hoping you, man, were here, innit? That's all I'm saying. We've got big games. I was hoping you, man, were gonna be here with us in terms of big games, flying out. PJ there, PJ here, picture that, celebrity thing. But you lot are baked in the UK, and that's fine, no problem. But we've got flights to catch. So all we're saying is, if you're calling me some days you might get I'm in Spain, phone not connected type beat. So that's it. You know, Liverpool fans, sit and enjoy. You've won the league.
Who got in the next round? Who Spurs got? Who Spurs got in the next round?
You've got
Lyon, no?
Frankfurt.
No, Frankfurt.
You guys got Madrid. Okay, I'm gonna be back here after Frankfurt and Madrid.
That's it. Please do.
Case. By the way, I just want to ask a question as well. Like, Case, you know, you see your data roaming. You say your data roaming. You see your data roaming, Case. How long is that like valid for? Your data roaming. I just want to know that.
I don't understand what you say. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's the one. I just want to make sure, man. Make sure your data roaming obviously is on in it. Make sure your data roaming's on because I might want to contact you, man.
Data roaming.
You know, how about this? In 3 days, I might want to contact you, man. In 3 days.
Oh,
3 days. You know what I'm saying? just
that's it.
Just make sure. Make sure that data roaming's on.
I'm back. I'm back in the UK. But I'm back in the UK for a couple of days. I got a game or something, some little something. I got some appearance I got to keep up with, and then I got to go back. So you can catch me in between my little appearance in the UK. I got one little show I'm doing, a little something with the kid them, and then I'm off back. You know what I'm saying? For the UK. Yeah, you know what I'm going again. Just going again. You know what I'm saying, man?
Won't even get to say hi to my family.
Hi bye type beat. You know what I mean?
Hi bye.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
No, it's dark, man. It's dark, man.
It's dark, Kazi.
It is dark. But
I can't wait. I can't wait.
What was I gonna say? Well, listen, let's move on. There's a bit of crackling sound on, I think, on Casey's side. It's like crackle sound. Listen, you lot, obviously, yeah, we did lose as well. I forgot to talk about the subs as well, though. Diaz, obviously, Diaz obviously come on and change the game. Harvey Elliott hit the underside of the bar. Would you start him next game? Just for a question quickly for yourself.
Yeah, bro. I changed the whole midfield, bro. Like, I'm tired of seeing these guys. Like, I need a new midfield and I need something a bit different. But yeah, Harvey, I think, bro, it's unfair, man. Like, at this point, you keep playing Szoboszlai. At some point, you need to change it up, bro. Like, the player's not playing well.
He's a baller according to these, man.
No. But hold on. What I will say is, I still have stocks in Szoboszlai, but 100%, he has been stingy.
You don't do this to me, bro. You don't do
No. But I have to keep some of the stocks. Can't just sell everything, otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, you just got nothing there. I'm saying I need that portfolio there for the time being, but Elliott should play. Gravenberch needs to get off the pitch as well. He's another one that needs to stop touching pitch, and then we can start playing some different players, bro. Can't keep playing the same brothers every single fucking week. And then we're seeing these performances, and then you're wondering why we're losing 3-2 to Fulham. Like, come on.
G, I hear it, bro. I hear it, G, but he's rubbish, innit? Like, G, he's rubbish, innit? G,
who's rubbish?
Szoboszlai, he's rubbish.
Listen, like I said, I'm just going to keep the stocks for now. I'm not going to disagree with you.
I just don't sugarcoat it, innit? Like, it's cool.
No.
If anyone wants him, if you want to see the best of Szoboszlai, put him right back. Project Valverde. End of conversation.
No. But I don't want to do that because Valverde, he's got the IQ to do all of that. I don't feel like Szoboszlai.
Listen, man. Listen, broski. I'm putting him right back in it.
All I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put my neck on the line. I'm going to say, just keep a little bit of stocks. Don't sell all your stocks on Szoboszlai. Just wait.
Listen.
I'll give you your money back.
If he proves me wrong, then I'll just apologize. Right now, I ain't got no stocks in that bum. So he's rubbish. He's rubbish, bro. Like, I've been saying it. Everyone,
I know you have. I know.
Everyone thought what he's doing was the real him. No, it's a purple patch. It's a purple patch, man. You know what I'm saying? It is, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Like, man keeps saying it's an agenda. It was today an agenda. Was the game before an agenda? Was the game before that an agenda? Was the game before that? How many times? How many times?
He wasn't your worst player today by far.
No, it's not about a worst player, bro. We play a 10 that gets praised. We play a 10 that gets praised for running. When Harvey Elliott came on, that's how you see. That's how a 10 plays. Intricate little passes, intricacies.
Okay,
and tight.
okay. Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this, man. Do you think, you see, when Harvey Elliott, because I agree with you, by the way, came on, changed the game, blah blah blah. Do you think that when he comes on, the game state is totally different when he is on, though? So his onus ain't to, I need you to press, I need you to help, like, mark this player in the midfield and do this, that, and the third. It's more your game is up here and just worry about that, though. Whereas the Boslight isn't told to do that. Remember, his game is...
I do think Szoboszlai's told to do more, but at the bottom line is that doesn't affect his decision-making in the final third, which is my problem. I've got no issues with the ground he covers. I've got no issue. That's why I said it's not maybe that he shouldn't be sold. I wouldn't sell Szoboszlai. I'll just play him somewhere where he doesn't have to think very quickly because he gets nosebleeds. He gets to the edge of the box and he gets a nosebleed. How can my 10 get a nosebleed on the edge of the box?
I hear. I agree with you. I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't play Gallagher in the 10.
Yeah, once you're being disingenuous.
I don't know, boy. Gallagher at Crystal Palace was
He's
right.
been
I get it, man. You man love your PMP brothers, innit? Your Szoboszlais. You love them. You don't love them shit, man, innit?
The Premier League is all about PMP, bro.
You man love a defensive 10, man. It's weird, isn't it? But listen, we'll move on, innit? We'll move on from Liverpool. Manchester Derby, Jesus. What a snooze fest. What a snooze fest. Corey, can we get you on cam for this one, brother? This snooze fest was something to behold, cuz. I'll be real. You know what I'm saying? Big up G as well, man. Big up, bro.
Big up Hooks, big up, man. Big up everyone in the panel, man.
Yeah, that Man United Man City game was an absolute snooze fest. An absolute snooze fest. I cannot tell you right now. Like, is football dead, man? Them like, because what the fuck did we just watch?
It was pretty poor. I expected a lot more, to be fair. Like,
and the worst thing is, but City, that was a must win for City, bro. Chelsea drew, Nottingham Forest lost, Arsenal drew, Liverpool, like, okay, cool, but you get it, bro. Yeah. Everyone around them fucked up this week. Everyone around them fucked up.
This is why I'm kind of like, the draw that I was looking at initially, I'm like, right, it's not that bad, you know, because all the man that have been running their gums to me, certain Nottingham Forest fans, certain Chelsea fans, certain Man City fans, them man couldn't capitalize on me dropping points. You get it? All the man below me are super loud. Not doing nothing. I could Man City without Haaland, no goals. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe. Do you know what? Yeah, I was watching the game up until the 22nd minute, and like everything in my heart and soul was like, I can't carry on watching this. So I actually went, made dinner, cooked the dinner, came back upstairs. Well, like 67th minute in the game, it was still 0-0. There's a whole like 45 minutes of play that I can't account for, but I missed absolutely nothing. I missed nothing. And then I watched the last like 30 odd minutes. I'd be like, all right, fair play. I think Bruno played very well from what I saw. I liked what Xerxes did when he came on. I think he was really positive. A lot of Man United fans are not going to like this, but I think Garnacho was very positive for them. It's just neither team could find the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and I think maybe Manchester United will probably walk away the happier of the bunch because, do you know what I mean? They're probably looking at it like, rah, this is Man City. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, what, 13th? Them man are all, it's Man City. So take the point and keep it stepping and they'll try and get wins in the easier games. Man City, on the other hand, are probably looking at this like, rah, we couldn't beat up a already dying Man United, and that would have been a good 3 points for us to take in our battle for top 4. So now it's spooky. Now, you know, the ball's back in, from a Man City perspective, the ball's back in Chelsea's court. Well, actually, both of them better be careful because Newcastle play tomorrow and then they got another game in hand. So Newcastle might just cement themselves in this top 4. So it's all mad, man. Yeah, them man are all swinging for the top 4. I'm blessed. I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm happy. I'm sweet. Do you get it? And and I mean, even Tottenham gained ground on Man United as well. So yeah, I mean, it's all spooky, man.
Down there in the rubble.
Yeah, it's peaking it's peaking the dunya, man. It's peaking the dunya, man. I don't know about them struggles, but it's peaking the dunya, man. So
yeah, the minus all different areas. But no, I'm looking at the table, innit? Like whoever won, I think Villa were probably the real winner. They were the real Villa and Newcastle like the real winners this week. Let's be honest. Villa now what? 2 points off of top 4, and I think they play Man City and Forest. They play Man City and Chelsea, no?
Yeah.
So is it not in Villa's hands as well?
Actually, that's true.
Who have they got in between PSG? Yeah, they've got Southampton next. I think they're winning that. I think it's safe to say they're winning that. Then they've got Newcastle. Yeah, they got Newcastle and City. Not Chelsea, sorry. Newcastle and City. That's back-to-back 6-pointers. Back-to-back.
What? So
that's back-to-back 6-pointers, bro. So when we're looking at a United derby like this, I don't know how both managers can go out there and stink it out like that. And I just feel like there was everything to play for from Pep's side of things anyway. You know what I'm saying? From Pep's side of things.
Yeah.
Man City winning this. Bro, City win this and they go on 54 points. 3 points off of Nottingham Forest. Do you know what I'm saying? And above Chelsea. But Chelsea have drawn to Brentford and they've caught life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's peak. Yeah, it is peak. It is peak. I won't lie to anybody. It's peak. But hey, man, it's looking like the top 4 races are a lot more interesting than anything else in the league, innit? So yeah, we'll just see what happens, man.
Yeah, and it's an interesting one still. But yeah, we'll get onto that in a bit. But blessed obviously blessed up Hooks as well. I know you gotta go. Corey, Casey, where's Corey? Because we need to you know what I'm saying? Where's
I don't know.
He's been off mic, but we're on the Man United section, innit? So yeah, it's one of them ones. But yeah. But yeah, no, I was just saying about Foden as well, like again, before I even brought it up.
Let me go find out. One sec.
51 minutes. Yeah, don't worry, bro. 51 minutes in. 56 minutes. 47. Absolutely. 47. Man, then what are we really doing when it comes to Phil Foden? What are we really saying?
Yes, mom.
We're going to say to Phil Foden. What we will say, like, honestly, generally, people. Because I feel like, right now, how can you go from player of the year to one of the worst swingers in the league? Genuinely. I'll wait. Was it 60 minutes? I don't think he completed 60 minutes. Wait, hold on. He got subbed off. Phil Foden, got subbed off in what? I'm gonna have a look right now. He got subbed off. Jesus, I'm still scrolling. He got subbed off. Looking at it right now. 58th minute. Yeah, so he didn't even complete 60 minutes. He didn't even complete. Take that in. He didn't even complete 60 minutes of football again. You know what I'm saying? Like Foden could be going outside. This is getting silly now, man. Every single game we're talking about Foden and what he's not producing.
It's one season, bro. It's one season.
What do you mean?
It's one season. Foden's done this. This is his first season where he's having a shocker. Can't say he's going I'm not allowing a brother that got player of the year last season, the part of a treble-winning team, the season before that, if I'm correct, the season before, like for all of this to be thrown away. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know about you, man, but that doesn't make sense to me.
Bro, he hasn't been good.
Yeah,
He's
so
had
you don't
one
really.
good
I don't think.
season.
I don't think you've had that energy for other players, but
It's not. It's not.
Brother.
I don't. But
then what you're saying is that then what you're saying means nothing.
it's mad.
That just means nothing. What you're saying means nothing.
Bro,
Then. If you
it's
haven't had
mad.
that energy with other players,
It's mad. I haven't had that energy on other players because not every other player got player of the year, and not every other player won the treble the season before.
Bro,
what?
the
Not every other
treble's
player done.
firstly a team. Firstly, the treble's a team accolade. Yeah, big him up.
Literally,
He was
what we
part of
doing,
a
man?
treble winning team. That's all good. But I'm looking at him individually, and he's had multiple amounts of opportunities this season. You know, he's gone off to England. He's been picked for England. Despite the poor form, had the minutes for England despite the poor form. Hasn't done anything. Come back, still hasn't done anything. When are we allowed to criticize? What, after a year and a
No.
half?
I'm not saying.
So
I'm not saying you can't criticize him. You can definitely criticize him
that's
for this
it.
season.
So
for
this
sure.
is it,
But
and
man,
rightfully
saying
so.
you're talking like this is it. Like he's like this.
Well,
done.
I've seen players get told they're done for less. For less, you know what I mean? How many other players? We talk about the players in his age group and what they're doing. Regardless, yes, because as I said, the trophies are a team thing. Yeah, I also look at them as individuals, what they're doing, and bro, the people that he was being compared to are outshining him. So
yeah, it's true. I hear that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't lie, bro. I'm not on it. I'm not on any of that because I'll be real. Yeah, Cole Palmer had a few bad games, and the energy for him was completely different. Yeah, and he had just as good a season as Foden individually last year, even though Foden got Player of the Year. Yeah, we go back to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka has been consistently good now for at least 3-4 years. Yeah, at least 3-4 years. Bukayo Saka has been consistently very good. Yeah, if he suddenly drops off, I wouldn't even give it. You think he'd even get 6 months? He wouldn't even get 6 games. He wouldn't even get 6 games. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen Salah tear shit up for 8 years straight.
Yeah.
Salah's had three bad games in a row now, and he had 2 really bad games against Nottingham Forest. And come on, bro, look at everyone else when their levels drop. Now, I'm not saying that we should have this kind of culture where you have 1 bad game and all of a sudden you're a scrub. I understand that culture's a bit modernized now. It's the modern day football thing, innit, where players aren't really allowed to have these bad stints or bad games. They get we've built a channel of talking about that. But why does Phil Foden get away with it? If everyone else doesn't get away with it, why does Phil Foden get away with it?
Well, because he's like England's,
it's the same thing, and I think that I don't know why.
In a way, but he's like England's. He's like England's, like not prize jewels. I think Saka's the prize.
Brother, that don't matter to me, bro.
You know, maybe it's a Man City thing. Maybe if Foden,
I think it is.
Jack Grealish got the same thing. Montel, a couple of these other players at City have had the same treatment where they're allowed to underperform. Because the team around them, because the team around them are, performing, this is fine. You can just sit there and cruise. You can just cruise through it because the rest of the team's doing their thing, And he's been getting away with it. Jack Grealish, I couldn't believe that was the other day was Jack Grealish's first goal in the Prem since 2023. Montel, do you think 100 million pounds?
Yeah, that's
100
million
pounds. That would,
but that's why I said I think it might be a City thing because again, like I'll be honest, like Haaland's actually got some stick now. Haaland actually got a certain amount of stick in it, so
Man's got 20 goals.
Wow,
scoring 20 goals.
Yeah, but like even KDB is another example of a player that I think never got enough stick at times. You know what I'm saying? We've seen players get away with like even like for example the nation question. Yeah, players like Hazard were criticized at times because obviously it's part of the golden generation. They never won anything. I've seen guys like I've seen certain England players couldn't get the team over the line. There are certain world beaters that haven't done it for their country so they get a certain amount of a stick. How often do you hear, "Oh, KDB hasn't done it for Belgium"?
Yeah.
I think Pam said it. I've seen Mo Salah get more stick for AFCON in Egypt, for AFCON, and for World Cup stuff with Egypt. Then I've heard KDB get slander for Belgium.
To be fair, no one really talks about
he had
KDB
Hazard,
in Belgium.
he had Lukaku, he had Vertonghen, he had Vermaelen, he had Courtois. Tielemans, like brother, like I could go on Mertens, like Batshuayi when he was decent, Origi when he was younger, like
Carrasco was there,
Yannick Carrasco, bro. You know, Musa Dembele, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what you trying to say? If it wasn't for Pep, Foden would.
No, it's nothing. I'm not even gonna go that far with it. I'm not gonna go that far with it. But I'm just saying that Foden, yeah, I still believe Foden's an unbelievable player. Unbelievable player. You don't have to season like that by fluke, innit? But brother, the protection is sickening, man. It makes me want to call him. It makes me want to call him more than he deserves. That's what it's like.
You can kind of have a season like that on fluke. You know, people say Martinelli's season was fluke.
No, but he had a player of the year season.
Come on, please.
Like, come on, bro.
Like, that's what you know. What I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. So the way,
because now the mantle's been passed over, Montel. Before they had it on easy mode. You know, you had the Rodri around you. You had the KDB still at. We weren't at a level. He was dropping off that season, but you had him around you. They had a little bit of cushion. You know. Yes, he was stepping up, but you had Haaland going and scoring how many goals? You know what I mean?
Dumb
amount of goals. So it's like, you know, things are a bit easier than the pressure's off. This season, Montel, the pressure was on. You know? The pressure was on for them. You know, they won the champs. They done all of this. Can they kick on? Can they do it again? Can they push? You know, can they keep that level high? Foden hasn't helped that cause at all.
Yeah, but players don't like, bro. How many times have you seen the team win the Champions League and then, like, it's just dross after that? Do you know what I mean? Like
that doesn't make it okay.
No, it doesn't make it okay. But it's like it's a thing where I didn't expect City to go and maybe win the Premier League. Cool. I didn't expect City to go win the Champions League again. I'll be honest.
Oh, so wait, you did? So you're telling me I didn't expect City to necessarily win it because I don't think it's anyone's divine right to win the Champions League, but to have to go through qualifiers, you know, couldn't even make it through an 8-game group stage clear. Like the winners couldn't do that. Is that the level now? I don't know.
No, it's mad. You're right. So it is. It is mad,
me, bro. Like you get it. I don't know. If that's the level. Like
what I'm trying to say is that I just expected them to do better than what they did.
You know, they're not even guaranteed Champions League this season.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like that needs to be.
You know, this is all what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about the Champions League or just the FA Cup or just that they didn't win the league. It's the whole combination. They're not doing anything in any of the departments. It's not like they're pushed on in the champs, but they've kind of fell off in the league and they're steaming in the champs right now, or vice versa. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, this is it. So I'm even looking at I think because Man U, I'm not really as critical with Man U because they're at a certain level where they have where you man are where you are in it. So we have our own Man U, and I feel like Man U were the better team in my opinion. For me, obviously I think City had the ball better and whatnot. I think Man United were more dangerous. I don't know if you man. I don't know. I think you man were a bit more dangerous than them.
I feel like we had the better. I feel like we should have won that game, albeit the chances that we both had.
Yeah, they weren't mad.
It wasn't great. Yeah, but I feel like some of the chances we had, we should have scored at least one.
I think you man are all right up in your build-up play up until I feel like you were good in your build-up play. I think Bruno did have a good game as well, actually. So I give Bruno his credit when due. I think most players had a good game. I think your centre backs were decent. I think Maguire, Euro was decent as well. Actually, Euro was pretty good. I think there was only one moment with Marmoush when he gets the yellow card, but he kind of has to get the yellow there. He has to kind of do the tack yellow. That's just the tactical part you have to do there. So I think all in all, I don't really have too many qualms with your midfield and defense. It's just the attack, in it. Like you get it, like the attack. Same old story with you, man. Same old story with the attack. Garnacho and Højlund up front.
Jesus
Where's the goals coming from? I think as I said, no one can convince me that Xerxes is not a baller, in it.
Bro,
No one can.
If Xerxes started that game, we win that game.
Yeah, as I said, no one can convince me that Xerxes is not a baller. No one can convince me. You can't tell me you watch football and say Xerxes shit. You can't.
No.
You can't, bro. And just because he's not a goal scorer, man can't tell me he's shit, bro. You just can't, just because he doesn't score goals like that. Personally, innit? But yeah, that's my thing. Obviously, moving on. Arsenal won, Everton won. 12:30 away, innit? 12:30 away at Goodison Park. Just another boring game.
I'll be real. Arsenal's record at Goodison Park is not good. It's not good.
Yeah. Their Merseyside record in general is not good, innit? I don't know what it is. Yeah, like they.
It's not.
But to be fair though, what I would say that I didn't really make no phone calls on Arsenal drew. As I said, I see Everton away as a very difficult game personally.
For sure.
No team in the top 6 have won at their ground this season.
So it's definitely a tough game. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and sit like, oh yeah, it was. I never thought it'd be easy. That's why I even predicted a 1-0. I thought this is going to be tight and we nick it kind of thing. And that's what it could have been. It easily could have been that, actually. But, you know, we end up and we can talk about that scary decision. You know, at first I thought he was a bit rash, but he wasn't even as rash as I thought. I thought he got pulled down, but...
Yeah, that penalty was a weird one for me.
But
even with the penalty, bro, like I'm looking at that's 40 minutes to go in the game. I'm looking at cool. You brought on Odegaard, Saka come on at halftime, Martinelli's come on. Just more of the same.
Yeah, it was just
I think everyone was a bit tentative. I got that feeling today that everyone was a bit tentative. I don't think they went for it. I think you did
go for it, bro. I think you went for it, but it was the same story of your attack.
Yeah, well,
sorry, bro. Marino looks the most dangerous. Same pattern. Marino looks the most dangerous. Trossard might do something. Martinelli will beat his man once in 5, and then you see what you can get out of that.
Yeah, this is right now. This is all we got. For Arteta's thing to work, good or bad it be. He needs everything working. He needs everything that means the midfields, the defenders, the wing backs, even down to the keeper. He needs everything working. I know. That's why I said
for a title challenger, bro. That's crazy shit.
I said good or we're not challenging for no title, so forget that.
No, but as I said, for a title challenger in general.
Well, you can say it's dead, but a lot of these injuries, you know, a lot of the players he's brought in are injured. A lot of the bench is injured, and most of the team has been missing large parts of the season. So it's all been a bit here and there. But like I said, rightfully or wrongfully, he does require, I believe, the team to be working. You know, the team to be working, and I can just see it's just not working. So right now, it just looks like we're getting through games. You know, we have moments in the games, maybe 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, where we look like we can do something, but most of the games just passes by. You know, that's what it seemed like. As of recent, there hasn't been any excitement really. It's just been getting through the games.
What about Odegaard? Obviously, there's a lot of chat on Odegaard.
Yeah,
I feel like he should have scored that chance where the ball kind of hits his other foot. Do you know what I'm saying? Another chance in the box kind of goes begging for him. I know he only played 20 minutes, but he's still taking his time to kind of hit the heights he hit last season. Still, I think Odegaard should have bagged. A man of his quality should have scored that. I know when it hits your trailing foot, it's a bit difficult to redirect your shot, kind of thing. But
I think. Well, it might be mad to say, but maybe it needs to be taken out of the limelight. You know, and maybe a new captain.
New captain.
New captain. Bro. Is that what? Give it to Rice. You mean, give it to someone like Rice.
Rice, Gabriel, you know, these men there that are, as well as, you know, performing on the pitch at a consistent level. If you want to say, you know, Rice ain't been at the level or Gabriel hasn't. For me, they're both consistent players throughout the entirety of the season. You can rely on them. So, you know, that's kind of what we need. And I don't think Odegaard can provide that. You know, I don't think he can. I think when he's good, he's good. You know, we've all seen it when he's playing at his best. It's a thing to watch, but you know, there's just too many games where he could just ghost. You know, he could just ghost. Things just pass him by. He's not strong enough. He's not, you know, got the confidence or whatever it might be. And I don't know if that has an effect on the team at times, or I don't know, but I just want to see a change. I see Rice, you know, Rice acts like a captain on the pitch. We all see it. We've seen it at wherever he goes when he's playing for England. He's, you know, a captain that's not the captain. He, you know, and he's playing for, when he played for West Ham, when he's playing for Arsenal, you see these leadership qualities. And I think, you know, maybe a change needs to be made, you know, because it's a big thing. You know, it's a big thing having the right captain. You know, we all laughed at Henderson in terms of, you know, oh, he's an average player. You know, he can jack of all trades but master of none type beat. But bro, getting the captain right matters. You know, it matters in games where, you know, things aren't going well. Your team isn't performing well. Your best players aren't performing. You know, sometimes the captain needs to step up. Sometimes, you know, how many times has Henderson popped up with a goal here or there, an assist here or there that helps the team? This is what I mean. Like, these things matter. I'm not just talking about GA, but it does contribute. GA does matter to a certain degree. I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't. It's not the be all and end all, but yes, it does factor in. And yeah, I'm just not seeing it.
Wins you games, bro. It wins you games.
It wins you games, bro. It wins you games. You know, so yeah, and I'm not seeing enough of it this season. And you can even say in other seasons, you know, I'm not necessarily seeing enough of it. He used to pop up with a goal and not necessarily played, or an assist and not necessarily played too well. But now when you lose that as well, it's like, you know, kind of thing. So I need my captain to be consistent. And for me, he isn't offering that and hasn't offered that. So maybe I'm just saying. I don't know if anyone agrees or disagrees.
I think maybe taking the armband off him. I mean, maybe taking him out the limelight, but taking off the armband might be a bit extreme. But I do understand. It's kind of like what else do you do to get consistency? What else do you have to do? It's kind of like
because my captain, for me, my captain can't be on the bench. I know Henderson started playing on the bench,
and he does get taken off quite a lot, Odegaard as well.
Yeah, for me, Monta, my captain needs to be on the pitch. He needs to be Mr. Reliable. He needs to be there. Yes, towards the end of his career, if my captain's old, he will fizzle out and be on the bench. But that's when you have your new captain coming in, someone else taking the reins. Declan Rice is still young and ready to be captain right now. Let's do that. You know, let's
hear it. And he actually has been captain of the West. He has a bit.
Bro, he's been captain of everywhere he's been. Everywhere he's been captain.
So,
you know, he was captain at youth level for country. He was captain at West Ham, captain here, there, everywhere. Probably captained England before. I don't know. Like, but these man, he knows how to be a captain. You know.
I hear it. I think having your captain as a 10, I've never really been a fan of that, innit? Having your 10 as a captain has never really been, like, even Bruno as the captain for Man U, never really been like a fan of that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think taking the armband, maybe it could take the weight off him, like Maguire. When you took the armband off Maguire, and even the Maguire is Maguire, I feel like we've seen a better Maguire. think that's
We've
fair to
seen a
say.
more consistent Maguire. No one's constantly barking at him. No one's constantly looking at him as the reason as to why things are going terrible and our captain stinks. Because it's not about him anymore.
Mm.
I think someone that shows a level of consistency can take that burden.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. I don't think Odegaard is bringing that level of consistency to carry that burden.
Yeah. No, I hear it still. But listen, you know, we'll leave it there, innit? Obviously, Chelsea also dropped points and stuff. So, boy, we'll talk about that in the week. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about going into the game, man. Obviously, make sure you like and subscribe, people. We're going to go over to Never a Foul. So make sure you jump over there with me. And yeah, man, we'll see you guys in the next one. And big up, people. Like, subscribe, and all them things there. Love.